Hi guys. So recently I was at an HR conference speaking about the very hot topic of HR, AI and technology, the impact of these on HR. And after the conference I've received a ton of questions from a lot of people, and I thought this would be the best platform to maybe share my insights and thoughts on that, and I would love to hear your thoughts and insights on that topic as well. Now, the first thing is that AI is not coming. AI is already here. It's slowly and gradually, it's has been creeping into our work life, into our personal life, and it's already inculcated itself in a lot of our systems. So it's not something that one day we're going to wake up and suddenly we will have AI. It's already here, and what we need to do is, how do we first of all understand it, and how do we predict the future through this, and address our HR roles, or change our HR roles in accordance to what AI brings with it. So it's already here in some parts of our roles. For example, in terms of HR, if you look at there's smarter analytics, the recruitment processes have been completely taken over by AI. The entire cycle is very seamless. It's providing you lots of insights. Even before the candidate steps into the door, you have lots of information. And so over the past 10 years, HR roles have already started to shift and change. And that's why I say it's slowly crept in, and that's why we don't realize that our jobs have already changed over the past 10-15 years. But if we look at HR, we are already seeing this in many of our jobs, and the two of the most disrupted areas in my view are employee engagement related data analytics. So basically measuring employee engagement data. And then the second is recruitment. If you talk about employee engagement related analytics, so you already have systems that have completely automated the entire cycle, from initiation to providing you data analytics, providing you insightful data reporting, to the point that it's predicting actions that you need to take in order to address those areas identified in the engagement survey, to the level where now that we have systems that can predict and tell you which of your employees are turnover risks and why, and how you can retain them. Now, if you think about it, 10 years ago, this whole chunk was being taken care of by people working in organizational development, looking after employee engagement, and this whole chunk has now been automated. Similarly, if you look at the recruitment cycle, the entire cycle has been automated. You're getting data, you're getting insights, you're getting insights into behaviors, you're getting assessments. All of this has been automated already, and human interaction is limited till the point an employee reaches the interview stage, and by that time you already have so much information and insights that is being provided to you by the AI systems, by gamified solutions, by very smart assessments, psychometric assessments that are available. And in my view, the third area after employee engagement data and talent acquisition, the third area that will be very soon disrupted is learning and development. Although there are significant changes happening in learning and development, but I do feel it's still lagging a little behind. If you keep the concept of the new generation, the concept of instant gratification in mind, everything is on demand. Learning and development is one area that I feel has to be on demand. It has to be there, and our current processes, or the process that we've inherited, they take too much time. So I think that's one area that's going to be disrupted in the near future. So now then, the question remains that if everything within HR is being automated, what happens to HR roles, and will my role be eliminated in the future? Will I not have a job within HR? And to address that, I think history, if it's any indication, you know that every time you solve a problem for today, it creates more challenges in the future, newer challenges that you need to address. And those new challenges, HR people will have to address those challenges. For example, I'm utilizing the survey data from a US study, but employee engagement in the workforce in the US, people who are not engaged, is 87%, which is an astonishing number. So HR will have to solve that problem on how to engage these 87% people who are not engaged through traditional ways. So we'll have to come up with innovative ideas on how to engage these people. The second big problem in the future is retention. We're already seeing retention being a big problem. In a recent study in the US, it is estimated the current graduates of today, they will have changed 10 to 14 jobs by the time they reach the age of 40. Now 10 to 14 jobs is a huge number. That means you're changing about a job every 1 or 2 years. And how do you retain these people and how do you keep them engaged? That is the problem to be solved. Then there is the rise of freelancing. Just within the US, 36% of the entire workforce is now freelancing or entrepreneurs. That tells you, number one, that while these 36% were previously would have worked for their local companies or multinationals, now they are working for themselves, which is great. But that tells you the second thing, that the remaining, the organizations that are there, the corporates, they're left to compete for the 64% of the talent that's remaining in the market. And that's why there's a high demand for this talent, because a big chunk has found other opportunities that they're working on. And that's another challenge that HR people will have to solve. Scaling of the flexible work, remote working, and how to keep those people engaged, because more and more we are seeing that people are moving towards remote working, hiring employees in other locations, and their engagement is a challenge now. So how do we address that? And finally, in my view, one of the biggest challenges, how do we make sure that we bring back the human in our organizations? While so much automation is taking place, seems like humanization needs to be done within our organization. So how do we make our processes, our systems more human with all this automation and AI happening? So in my view, if you ask me, I think we are at these are very exciting times to be in HR. While problems are being solved, new problems are being created, and we have to resolve those problems. While technology has taken over parts of the jobs that HR people do, it has also created a lot of space and time for you to focus on other areas and address the challenges that you see coming in the future. And this is the area where we get to define what the future of HR will look like and how we will solve these problems and create new best practices, new ways of working. So yeah, those are my thoughts and insights on this topic. Would love to hear your thoughts. Please feel free to share, and I would love to hear from you.